Hello everyone, it is me for another time doing yet another review. And of course, as I promised yesterday, I am reviewing the ASW-G-08 Gundam Barbatos Lupus, which is one of my favorite Barbatos designs. It is the 7th form, technically, but it's just called the Lupus because, I mean, Lupus is cooler and it literally means wolf in Latin. So it basically just translates to Barbatos wolf, but who cares? So, being that this is a Barbatos, I adore it. I love Barbatos, my favorite Gundam of all time. If you've been around this channel for a while, then you'll know that Barbatos is my favorite Gundam of all time. But anyway, what we are going to review first is the way it looks. So it looks nice for a high grade, that is, as you can see right there, high grade Iron Blood and Orphans. Excuse me. So, aesthetically wise, very nice. I don't have one of those fancy rotating bases, so you're just gonna get a little bit of a spin. But I have used every single one of the stickers for this. There's a sticker right there on the neck, that little shiny bit. The eye stickers, I use that with everything, even if it's not a high grade. I mean, because you're not really going to get anything else. These are stickers. The toes I painted. I even painted the bottom of the feet. I painted those because they are not color accurate at all. They were actually 100% red. Oh dear Lord, excuse me. So sorry. On the side skirts, the blue pieces are all stickers, unfortunately. On the backpack, these black parts right here are stickers. This is not. This is a color separated piece. But what I'm very impressed by is that they got the Tekkadan symbol as two completely color separated parts, so no sticker there, and that's absolutely amazing. That's amazing how they put this much care into a high grade. Yeah, anyway, on to the accessories. So accessory wise, this kit kind of comes with the essentials. So first off, with the hands, you have the ones that are already equipped. They're just the standard stoic high-grade holding hands. And the next are these are sculpted at an angle. So these holding hands are more at an angle to try and get more dynamic poses, in a sense. Next is you get two backpack adapters. Now, to get these on, there's a little bit of a parts formation here, which is unfortunate, but it is a high grade, so you can't be too mad. So there's a little peg here. You take this off. You take this port. You plug it into the peg. You can do whatever you want with this. And then there's a little part right there, and that just slips into the ball joint. And now you got about you got 3 points of articulation. This is tight, as you can probably hear, but that's fine. I don't care about that. I don't really use the backpack adapters that much. And the same goes for the other side. And to get this back on, it's easy as just literally putting it back on. So that's that. Next up is the stand adapter. Now this is a very unique stand adapter. I haven't seen anything like this before, but this simply plugs into the taint of Barbatos. It's hidden very well. Unfortunately, it does not work with a Bandai Tamashii Nations Act 5 stand. The hull is too big, but it stands up just fine on its own. Next are backpack adapters. Now you get two of these for displaying this sword mace on either side of the backpack. And now to get these on, you just plug it right into one of the ports. Let's see, yeah, there you go. And then you take the sword mace. Actually, hold on while I'm here. the sword mace. The sword mace is very nice. It's two pieces, but yeah, it gets the job done. It's very, very, very nice. And so basically all you do after that is you just peg it in, and now you've got your sword mace on the back of your Barbatos Lupus. And while I'm here, I might as well mention, I have heard that these high-grade Iron-Blooded Orphans kits need a top coat, or you at least paint the joints, because as you just saw, my waist pops off way too easily. It just, because reason being is this piece right here, that is a polycap. This part here, however, I believe this is plastic. So this kit, being that it's a high grade, is kind of the lowest of the low. Honestly, their high grades are even worse than entry grades at this point. But, you know, this is holding up well. I'll probably paint the joints tomorrow because I actually just built this today. And if you're wondering about build time, this took me maybe 1 or 2 hours, hour and 30 minutes. If you build a lot of real grades and master grades, you're gonna be perfectly fine with this. This will probably go really fast. The reason it took me so long is because I am a stickler for panel lines, so I just went over all of those. But yeah, so that's really why mine took so long. If you don't like panel lines or you just don't do panel lines, then it'll probably take you a lot less time. But price-wise, this thing is actually very affordable. From Big Bad Toy Store and other places, you can get it for maybe $14, $15. Obviously, a lot cheaper than the stuff that I have. That's all ranging to from 30 to 50 bucks. My most expensive being the Perfectibility, which is like $130 nowadays. But hey, you get a lot of bang for your buck in this thing. Oh, I almost forgot. To get the sword mace in, I'm just gonna pluck this off. So instead of just being like swappable fingers or something like that, you have to remove the back of the hand, which my fingers are actually a little sweaty for no reason. So you just do that. No, I'll be right back. Hold on one second. I'm back. So basically all you do is remove the back of this hand, and then you take the sword mace, simply just plug it in there, and put the back of the hand right back on. And that doesn't really have the snuggest fit. It's very loose. It just slides around like no one's business. Even if you push the back of the hand all the way in, it's still a little awkward if you jiggle it around. But you know, it still holds on decently. If you like to play with your model kits, though, this thing will fall apart a lot. But yeah, when it has the sword mace, definitely looks very good. I'm going to try and get the option set that comes with the arm guns and the twin maces. And then one day get the Helmwich Rheincar, or the Rheincar, however you pronounce it, as well as the high-grade Hashmal to recreate that one scene in Iron-Blooded Orphans that I absolutely adore. So anyway, I am going to move on to the articulation. So articulation-wise, of course, as always, we are going to start out with the legs. So the feet, they are on a ball joint right there, but they are also on a little bit of a swivel, so you can get some wide stances out of that, especially because it can go all the way there. So if you wanted something like that, even though you were probably a psychopath. So, and of course you can point the foot down, and also this is a sticker. This red part is a sticker. But you get a nice toe point, so you can recreate dashing poses. And you have some articulation at the ankle guard. Another thing is these parts on the thrusters, those are also stickers. They're the most annoying of the bunch. But anyway, so you have a double bend at the knee. You could not see that. Let me just show you again. My apologies. You have a double bend at the knee, and that's just going to fall off, so I'm going to put that off to the side. So yes, double bend at the knee. I've said that 3 times by now. And that does that. And you can move the leg out for a decent split. The side skirts definitely do get in the way, but there is a joint in there that allows for swiveling. But yeah, so the front skirts are on ball joints. Can I? Oh, that's much better. There we go. All right, so with these side skirts, they're on a bit of a swivel and they can move a full 360, but they can also move up and down. The back skirts do not have any sort of articulation, they're just stationary, but the legs are quite articulate. Now going to the waist, you do have a ball joint here, which very smooth since it's a polycap, but excuse me, so sorry. At the other part, you have a little bit of movement. I hear that joint is brittle, so I'm trying not to move it that much. Arms wise, you only have a single bend at the arm, so it only moves up that much. You could move the arm out that far, and you can perform a full 360. And there is a semblance of a butterfly joint, and one of the features for the arm is that you can pull out the Tekkadan symbol and fold it down, so when the Lupus is fighting Hashmal, there was blue energy flowing out, but there was also the red energy flowing from the eyes, of which I do not have. I don't think they ever even released something like that. At the shoulder pads, that's on a hinge joint. At the head is on a ball joint, so that can turn a full 360. Although the neck guard does sort of get in the way, but that's not that big of a problem. At the thruster, at the backpack, this thruster is on a hinge joint, and that's really it for the articulation. So size comparison wise, I'm going to bring in the Gundam Astray red frame, of which is still my shortest model kit, even though he is in a pose right now that makes him look shorter. He is actually shorter than Barbatos, but yeah, very nice. Next up is my real grade Ava, which is not standing up straight. I actually just got out of a kneeling pose, but still gargantuan. Please hold. Here is the Gundam Epion Master Grade in its mobile suit form. And that's, of course, this is a 1/144th scale Gundam. But to bring it in with something else that is 1/144th scale, and what just might be reviewed next, is the Sazabi. So the Sazabi, of course, is massive for a 1/144th scale kit, but yeah, this is how they scale together. I'm assuming this is 100% 1/144th scale, but yeah, expect to see this big boy one day. So anyway, that's it for the review. This is really the only dynamic pose I could get it into without it losing the pose. Of course, I'm going to glitzy it up a little bit so I can get it to be good. But yeah, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you another day.